All right. Peace, African family. So, I just want to tap in right quick and build on the concept of relationships for a second. Because a lot of us, we often think that, you know, we are individuals, right? Like we get caught up in that mindset. Oh, I'm an individual. I'm an individual. You know, I do what I want to do. I'm an individual. Peace, peace. As you come in the room, peace, peace, peace. So, a lot of us get caught up in that mindset. I'm an individual. I do what I want to do. I'm an individual. And, one of the realms that we often think of individuality is the realm of being in a relationship, right? We don't see relationships, specifically male and female, we don't see them as being a social engineered construct, right? We think of it as what goes on in my household, who I date is my personal business. And I'm here to reassure you that that is the furthest thing from the truth. That dating is a part of a society. Dating is based off of the society and the social constructs within that society. So a lot of times when we talk about some of the ills that we have, within the black community, we miss out on the fact that dating is a social construct. And so our level of dating, our level of love has to be engineered to fit white supremacy, right? Meaning that we have to have a neglectful type of love, an abusive type of love, a depression type of love, right? I'm going to even show you how your relationship is not just you and your partner, because we get into that mentality. Oh, that's me and how I date. That's me and her business. What we do, that's her. That's not you and her business, right? Because even in a relationship, you and your spouse, there's going to be people who's going to have opinions about your relationship. There's going to be people who's going to give advice about your relationship, because we often do that, right? Because we are social creatures, right? People get in situations, they get in certain relationships, and they ask someone, what you think I should do about that? Or what you think? You think you cheating on me? Or dang, man, I got this girl, man, she always asks me for money. That is a part of society, right? So when we get this crazy notion that what you do in your relationship doesn't affect the community, it does. What your relationship is a part of community. You're not gonna get in a relationship and then go hide in the house for the rest of the relationship. No, you're gonna be out in society, right? Like interracial couples, you're gonna be out in society. You're gonna have arguments in society. You're gonna go watch movies. Dating is a part of society, right? So is sexual activity. We like to think of that as also being something that's one-on-one and between you and your partner, right? But the fact of the matter is, most of us aren't on one partner. You know what I'm saying? Unless you are, a 20-year-old virgin or a 29-year-old virgin or 30-year-old virgin, however old you are, we're not on one partner. Some of us have multiple partners that we've been with, right? Maybe not a lot. I don't know, cause some people, boy, y'all be out, boy. I be seeing y'all IG, y'all be out here, boy. 1 week you were with Buddy, next week his pictures down. Now you got some other pictures up there. Next week you was with Shorty girl. Now her pictures down. Let me stop. It's too early for me to stop playing. Let me stop. Let me get to my point before I start joking. But the point I'm trying to make is that even in our sex lives, right? It's a social thing, right? Because that person that you were with for that one intimate moment, or for those intimate moments, they were with someone else, and then that person may have incorporated something into the bedroom that person never tried. Like, let's say, for example, eating butt. You know how we talk about that eating butt shit? You know what I'm saying? Oh, eat the booty like groceries. So let's say, for example, I date a girl and she dated a dude that used to eat her butt. Now I start dating her. We get intimate. Now she expects me to eat her butt. You get what I'm saying? So even sex is a social thing. It may be done behind closed doors, but it's a social thing even in the ground root of it, because other people are going to participate in it with you, right? Let's say, for example, it's sad to say, most of our first sexual experiences, sad to say, I'm saying it again, very, very sad to say, was either through pornography, right? That's where a lot of us learn how to have sex. Like, I'm gonna watch this flick right quick. Oh shit, look, he threw her leg like this and he threw her leg like that. Oh shit, yeah, he smashed her. Oh yeah, I'm gonna try that, right? Or we learn we learned foreplay from what? The movies. We would turn on the movie. Oh shit, look, he kissing her on the neck, he kissing her on the cheek. Oh yeah. I'm gonna try that, right? So even at the ultimate level of that, sexual activity is a social thing that social people are involved in. Sad to say it also, since our first sexual experiences, right, seeing someone kissing, seeing somebody suck a titty, was on screen, right? That means that white supremacy has had a part in shaping the way we think sex is supposed to go. There are some cultures that the only position that they practice is missionary, because they believe that your heart should be next to the person that you're having sex with. So you should lay on top of them, right? You should feel their heart. They believe that if you turn your partner in a different position, that is disrespectful, that you don't want to see their face, right? So there's some cultures, because they haven't been affected by white supremacy, because they haven't watched porno or, watch these European Western movies, where they only do it in one position. Now in the West, because we've been turned into African Frankensteins, we think, oh man, that's boring as hell, man. Hell no, I need to be flipped upside down. You gotta hang me from a tree, and I gotta that's what we think, because we have been engineered to think that. We have been engineered to think that smacking and spitting in somebody's face is somehow extra freaky. You get what I'm saying? And it's also, I also want to mention this. It's also sad that most of our sexual experiences, and again I say it's sad, has been introduced to us through molestation or some form of rape. A lot of us, in the African community, have been introduced to sexual experiences through some form of molestation. So now let's look at this. You have two forms of white supremacy, right? You have molestation and rape, which we know where that comes from, right? Or we should know where that comes from. And then we have pornography and movies, where we have been introduced to sex. So the primary thing is, if we really want to understand relationships, we have to understand relationships from a social construct or social situation. We can't sit here and believe somehow that your relationship is your relationship. Your relationship is going to affect other people. Your relationship is going to affect other communities, other African communities, right? Also, not only is the movies a part of how we love, when we love, and what we think love is, but also the music is a part of it as well. And so all these themes shape our love dynamic, and we wonder why we in a fucked up situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, people say things like, man, well, I do my bedroom is my business. No, it ain't. I say this all the time. No, it ain't. I want to know what you're doing in your bedroom, and I want to know who you doing it with. Yes, I want to know. I want to know what are you doing in your bedroom and who you doing it with. Because your sexual drive, what turns you on, all that freaky shit, I don't know, you might be a molester. You might like your girl to dress up in baby diapers. I need to know that. Let's keep it a buck. You might be a molester. What you do behind closed doors 100% affects the community. Because if you're doing some freaky shit and you touching some kids behind closed doors, that's going to affect the community. So a lot of times, because we've been taught that sex is so taboo, well, it's not taboo, we make it taboo, that we have to, don't worry about what I'm doing in my bedroom, that's my business. I kind of need to know in some way. Like, I kind of need to know. You know what I'm saying? Because it affects the community, man. And a lot of y'all into some real crazy shit. One thing I realized a long time ago, when I used to watch pornography, whatever the case may be, is this was a long time ago. Let me just say that. I was scrolling through one day and I seen, and it just threw me off. I was looking for the ebony section, right? and I seen midgets, I seen foot stuff, I seen bondage, I seen just a whole bunch of weird shit for categories in pornography. And I was like, if the category exists, then that means that somebody's watching this, right? Like if the shit exists, then that means that there's a group of people who find an interest in this type of bullshit. And that just threw my mind off. You telling me that there are some people who log on the internet and say midget porn. There are some people who log on the internet and say fucking somebody's feet porn. If the category exists, then that means there is a category of people who want to watch that. That's the sickening part. And there's a lot of sick shit on the internet. So I'm just keeping it a buck with you. What you do in your bedroom, what turns you on, what you like, yes, it does affect the community. Because now you got Negroes out here putting cameras up on the girls' skirts, you know, peeping. They got, what is it called? Voyeurism now. Where you got people doing all type of crazy shit. Like I seen this one photo where this dude, he had a phone tied to his shoes and he was trying to put it under the girl's skirt. So if the category exists, there are a group of people who want to see that type of stuff. And we got to be very wary of that. So yes, what you do in your bedroom, what you watch on your laptop, it does affect me. It does affect us. And we need to know. I'm just keeping it a fact. I'm just keeping it a buck. You think they have these what do they call it? They have these sexual, where you gotta register as a sex offender for no reason. They know that your sexual orientation is something that lives with you, that moves with you. That's why they say we gotta know where the fuck you at all the time. We gotta know if you around some children. It's so crazy. Think about this for a second. It's so crazy that a murderer could get out from prison, right, after doing whatever time he done, and he doesn't have to register for being a murderer. He can just go live his life, right? But a sex offender that gets out from prison or gets that charge, they have to register. That lets you know that your sexual appetite, the thing that has traumatized you sexually, because I call it traumatization, the thing that has sexually traumatized you, that makes you the freaky person that you are, they know, social scientists know that shit not gonna go away. That shit ain't gonna go away. You killing somebody could have been an accident. It could have been out of anger. It could have been anything. But you wanted to rape and molest and do type of freaky shit. They know that's not gonna go away because that's an insatiable appetite that exists in you now. That's why I say it's very, very careful what we expose. We have to be very careful what we expose our children to, who we allow our children to be around. I just read a story the other day, pissed me the fuck off. I mean, the fuck off. This mom, and it was an old story, but the man just got convicted or whatever. This mom left her daughter, 9-year-old daughter, with her, I think, sister's boyfriend. He raped and strangled her and then dumped her body like in the Detroit River or some shit like that. Right? Like, come on. Like, and then she left her child with the dude so she can go buy weed. She left her child with this dude so she could go buy weed. And he raped her, strangled her, and threw her body in. Like, these things we need to know. I need to know. I'm sorry. It sounds crazy, and I know everybody's not going to be open to it, but it sounds crazy. Because there is something called sexology, where they go into why something turns you on, what turns you on, and they give you a psychological or pathology on why those things turn you on. This is real shit. You get what I'm saying? So when I hear women like to get choked, now listen, y'all know me. I know people don't like me. People gonna say, "Oh, brother Hassan, always trying to blah 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 blah." If we trying to do better, we gotta hear the truth. I'm sorry, we gotta hear the truth. All that liking to be choked shit and people spitting in your face, and even you got sisters now, people talking about they like being peed on. What the fuck is this? All that shit comes from. Goddamn, what's going on here? Hold on, let me put my phone on silent because I don't want to lose train of thought. Excuse me. If I lose train of thought, sorry. It's a wrap. Yeah, excuse me. Pardon me. Yeah, they have all this stuff in line where they know, okay, this is why you like to be choked. This is why you like to be spit on. This is why you like to dominate. This is why you like to be dominated, because all of those things come from the subconscious, and the subconscious is what shapes your personality, what shapes the way you react to things. You get what I'm saying? So the point of what I'm trying to say is we have to stop believing that our relationships, whether sexual, intimate, in any type of way, is just our relationships, because it's not. It's not. You got moms, sad to say it, you got moms that they let their daughter knowingly get molested by their boyfriends. Like, I've had girls tell me, listen, my mom walked in on her boyfriend on top of me. Yes, I've heard this from all different type of Africans. I ain't just talking about Africans in America. Haitians, every type of African woman I've heard this from. My mom let her husband or boyfriend do stuff to me. I've heard women tell me that they were in the car with their mom and the boyfriend put his hand down the girl's pants. So this is real, man. We can't sit here and be like, man, what we do is just what we do. No, we are truly connected. We are truly connected. What you do affects me and affects another brother and another sister. Yes, you can say you individual all you want, but there isn't anybody that speaks an individual language in this world. We all speak a language that connects us to one another. We all speak a language that helps us identify with one another. I'm speaking English right now, right? The only reason y'all can understand what I'm saying is because we socially connected. We speak the same language. There is no such thing as an individual. There's not an individual religion. There's not an individual language. There's not an individual skin tone. Everybody is either white, black, Asian. Like, there's no such thing as an individual at all. We're all connected. So I don't want to hear, oh, what I do in my bedroom is my business. No, it's not. It's our business. Because you might be doing some shit that you need to go take to them crackers. You might be letting your child get touched on. You might be doing some real foul shit in the bedroom that's going to psychologically fuck up another African. You got men now talking about, there's something called pegging. And excuse me if I'm being graphic, because I just want to give it, I want to bust the facts down. There's something called pegging now. Okay? I heard this from a white woman a long time ago, and it's so crazy about, she was dating a brother. She was dating a black man. Okay? And I heard this from a white woman. See, this is why I have these type of conversations when I do speak to white people. See, I don't get on that whole talking about, hey, did you see Michael Jordan, LeBron James? Nah, I don't get into all that. I get into the meat and bones of white people. When I do talk to white people, I get to the meat and fucking bones with them. What do you think? What's going on? I want to know. I'm digging in your mind. So anyway, getting on to this whole thing. And she told me, she's like, yeah, my boyfriend likes when I peg him. And pegging is when a woman puts on a dildo. Okay, this is the first time I ever heard about this from a white woman. And then puts the dildo in the man's butt. This is what we got going on now. And so now I'm ultra. Look, prime example. Andrew Gillum. Whew. Andrew Gillum. Talking about he bisexual. Prime example. Although his wife is black, who was he creeping with? White men. That's who he was creeping with, white men. Because white men be on that freaky shit. Yo, it's so much, man. And I'm trying not to be so graphic. It's just a lot of stuff, like, in the community that we got to watch out for. And just keep it a buck. We all socially connected. We're all socially connected. Like I said, Long time ago when I was strolling through, this is a long time ago, when I was strolling through a pornography page and I said I seen some crazy stuff, right? And we got to remember, if the category exists, then that means that some people are watching it. And I need to know who the fuck is watching it. Who's watching midget porn? Who's watching horse porn? Like, I need to know. Like, these people, you could be talking to them, you don't even know. Nigga, that's what you watch? That's what you on? I can't leave my kids with you. I don't think I go to sleep around you. I can't have my daughters around you wearing a skirt because you into putting phones up girls' dresses. We need to know these things. And I implore anybody who was ever molested, ever touched, you need to expose that person. You need to expose that person. Like I said previously, they know, social scientists know that these type of behaviors don't go away. So when you allow that person to touch you or molest you or rape you, whatever you did, you allow that person to go do it to somebody else. Because they're not going to change. They're not going to change. This is why they have to register as sex offenders. So crazy. You got a murderer who doesn't have to register as a sex offender. You have a murderer who doesn't have to register. But you have a sex offender who has to register. That shows you how powerful that sexual, deviancy can be. Right? And one thing I also want to touch on is in the importance of speaking a different language. Because since we are social human beings and we all connect and we're all connected to one another somehow in some way, it is important that we all learn different languages, right? Because as you learn different languages, your brain is allotted the ability to grow. Your brain begins to see things from a dichotomy that you never would have thought of. Like, for example, I remember I was having a conversation with a Haitian woman, and I asked her, what is the term for, I think it was like a deer. I don't remember, so don't quote me on this. I'm just keeping it a buck. I don't remember, but I think it was like a deer. I asked her, how do you say deer? Like deer with an antelope. I said, how do you say deer in Creole? And she didn't know what a deer was. She didn't know what a deer was. And the reason why she didn't know what a deer was is because there aren't no deers in Haiti. And so they never came up with a word for deer, right? They only have words for what they experience, for what they went through, so for what they can relate to, for what they know they have. Like, they have terms for alligator, they have words for this, they have words for that, but there's no word for deer because they never seen a deer before. You get what I'm saying? Now, why do I say that? Here's why I say that. Because if the word doesn't exist in a culture, then that means they never experienced it or they never seen it. When you go to African culture prior to Arabs, Eurasians, and Europeans invading Africa, there is no term for rape, molestation, orphanage, transsexual. Like, these things don't exist in African culture. They only, when you say homosexual in Africa, they say it in a French language. When you say rape in Africa, they say it in Portuguese. They say it in Arabic. It doesn't exist in African dialect because the behaviors didn't exist. You get what I'm saying? Like, I really want that point to be very clear. Like, the things that we're doing now is not who we are. That's not what we are. That's European BS. And we have to leave it with the Europeans. It is not a part of us. The same way there is no word for deer in Haitian Creole because they don't know what the hell a deer is. The same way rape, molestation, orphanage, child molestation doesn't exist in African languages. And we are African people. Therefore, that is not a part of us. That is not a part of us. We must leave that ish with the European. And Negroes who think like the European and who have the same interests as the European and who wants to be around the European. See, one thing my father wasn't woke But my father, he knew some shit. Like my father, he wasn't woke like how I am, but he wasn't no coon though. I can tell you that. Like my pops wasn't no coon, straight up. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't woke. Like it's kind of hard to explain. But one thing my father used to say, he said, "You know what? I'm not scared of the white man. I'm not scared of the white man. White man doesn't scare me. No, I'm not scared of white man. I'm scared of the black man who wants to impress the white man. That's who I'm scared of. I'm scared of him." And I was always like, why are you scared of the black man for? And it wasn't until I never asked him that. God rest his soul. I never asked him that. But it hit me now why he was scared of the black man that wants to impress the white man. Because the black man is the most dangerous. He's the one that can get up on you. He's the one that can blend in with you. That can be like, yeah, man, he knows you. That's why I say, yo, we really got to watch out for black people who think like Europeans, who be like Europeans. My pops always used to say that. I ain't scared of the white man. I'm scared of the black man who wants to impress the white man. Who wants to show him, I can do what you need me to do. That's who I'm scared of. I'm not scared of the white man. White man can't do it. I can see the white man coming. We always can see the white man coming. Always can see the white man coming. We know he coming. Instinctively, we don't trust the white man. We don't trust the white man. We know. We don't trust the white man. But we let our guard down around black people. And that's how we end up getting molested. That's how we end up getting, raped or organ trafficked. Because they using black people who look like us to infiltrate us. So I say all that to say this. Yes, we have to be worried about how people are dating. We have to be worried about what people's sexual orientations are. Because there's a meme going around right now. I'm pretty sure y'all seen the meme of this Trojan horse. And in the Trojan horse, it has gay shit in it. And then it has black people. So I really can't think of the meme right now. But basically what it was saying is that Hollywood is using black people to bring in some gay shit. Whether it's through Black Lives Matter. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is. White people understand. For whatever sick agenda they need to push, they're going to use a black face to do it. They're going to use a black face to push this agenda. Like, for example, and I mean this in no disrespect. I mean this in no, malice and no harm at all. But right now, there's a young sister right now. She's very young. So I'm being very critical of how I choose my words. Because, one thing I don't want to come off as bashing. I'm not bashing. I might be very stern in what I believe, but I don't want to come off as bashing. But there's a sister right now, this Naomi Okanada. She's Japanese and Haitian, right? And the Haitian community right now is going bonkers for her because apparently she won another Grand Slam and she's like the youngest to ever do it and things like that. And kudos to her. I commend you. If you work hard at the craft, I think you deserve to be celebrated. But as African people, pure African people, meaning African people who have a black mother and a black father, we have to be careful. Very, very careful. Specifically careful when we are allowing people of mixed heritage to speak for us and represent us and be our standards of beauty to us. That is very, very dangerous. Very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. People got mad at LeBron because LeBron went and played for the Lakers, for the Heat, back to Cleveland. People was like, man, he a ship jumper. He jumping ship. You got to pick a team and you got to stick for that team. You got to ride for that team. Okay, I get that. You get dudes right here who be breeding dogs, pit bulls and Rottweilers, and they'll tell you quick, but don't mix that dog. Hell nah, man. That got to be a pure Rottweiler. That got to be a pure pit bull. Fuck you doing? I ain't finna buy that dog. Hell nah, that dog got mixed. They want their dog pure as fuck. You got dudes out here who into cars. Well, you can't put that engine in there. Well, you gotta get this 6.7 right here, and brum, brum, brum. You know, they all into that, right? You know, you can't mix it. You can't play for this team. You can't play for that team. You can't mix this dog. You can't do that. You can't mix this car part with that car part. Like, they're very stern on that. But when it comes down to mixing their genetics, oh, it don't matter. Their next lineage, their next child, it don't matter. Mix and match that motherfucker. Throw some Asian in there, throw some white in there, throw some Hispanic in there, throw whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. Oh, but it's that basketball game. Oh, man, you got to pick a team. You got to play for that team. Oh, man, you got to pick them rims, put them rims on there. Don't mix that pit bull. But when it comes down to your genetics, down to you mixing, down for you sticking to a team, down for you playing for a team, down for you not mixing, then it goes out the window. Then all the rules don't apply. So getting back to my point, we have to be very careful about allowing mixed race people to be the voice of the black community, to be a representation of the black community. These people are not black. That doesn't mean I hate them. Doesn't mean I want them, whatever. You know, one of the things I always say is, if you want to stop making issues with multiracial people, the best thing to do is stop making them. But we know Negroes and Negresses, they just can't stay away from white mommy and daddy private parts. For some reason, I just don't get y'all and this white people shit. Like, I really just don't get it. I mean, I get it because, you know, I get it, but I just don't get it. Like, I really don't. I'll probably have to do another video on that another time. On, like, I see the standards of when a black girl dates a white man. This nigga could work at fucking Wally World. You know what I'm saying? He could be a busser driving a scooter. And I've literally seen this with my own fucking eyes. A black girl on the back of a scooter with a white boy. Okay? This white dude could have a little ass Honda with a big muffler in the back. Driving all through the city with her. And she clammy. She happy than a motherfucker. She don't give a damn. Right? Black man gotta be on his shit though. Black man gotta be on his shit. Ain't no half stepping with a sister when you black. Oh, you need to have a 401k. You need to have this. Why you ain't got your own place? Why you ain't got your own property? Why you ain't this? You need to shave today. Your hairline ain't crispy. Look at your shoes. Look what the hell you got on. I mean, we just get ridiculed from up to bottom. You see the crackers, they be dating, they face be all got pink pimples and blisters on their face. They be wearing some busted up Vans. They be smelling wet. They car just be a mess. They sleep with their dogs. Like, just a whole bunch of filth. Disgusting. Blech. Just, ugh. But when it's a black man, oh, you need to shave this on the side of your face. Don't nobody want to see that old nappy stuff. Yo, if you ain't got no beard, you just disrespect. This whole lot of disrespect. Right? But you'll take the cracker. I got you. Now, our brothers, the same thing. You want the sister with the fat ass, with the slim waist. You know, she can't be ghetto. She can't be this. She got to be a certain type of way. You know, her hair got to be done like this. But, nigga, you out here dating Piggly Wiggly. You see some of the... oh, shit, I almost threw up. I thought about a white woman. Ugh. You see some of the... And I'm dead ass, I almost threw up. Like, I'm not even joking for laughs. Like, I almost fucking threw up thinking about a white woman. Whew. You see some of the women these dudes be dating. You like, what the fuck is that? What is that? That's SpongeBob. And then when y'all think y'all got a bad one, right? See, here's the thing. Black men that did outside their race, they want all the characteristics of a black woman. Meaning, they want to take their white woman and put cornrows in her hair, put Jordans on her feet, you know, make her get some tattoos, make her tan a little bit, you know, make her a little tan, and be talking that shit, oh, blah, 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 blah. But they won't accept that from a black woman. They don't want that from a black woman. They don't want that from a black woman. They love it from a white woman. They'll even fight you. Fight you if you tell, man, yo, what's wrong with your girl? Nigga, she ain't black. Like I remember I had that situation happening before. I had a situation happen where the dude was like, man, she just as black as you. And I looked at it and I say, you got me fucked up, bro. First of all, why would you even think that this ratchet shit is blackness? Like, we gotta start redefining what is blackness. All this gang, 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 and Jordans, that's not blackness. See, we allow white people to define to us what blackness is. Gang banging is not blackness. Talking, you know, slang or ebonics is a form of blackness, but it's not blackness. Sagging your pants isn't blackness. Why do we sit here and we take the most gutterous shit and say that's what being black is? That's a racist way of thinking. That shows what we really think about ourselves, to be honest. But, yeah, brother gonna tell me, man, she just as black as you. Man, get the fuck out of here. Hey, to experience for you. How you doing? Welcome to the live. But, yeah, man, so we gotta start being, you know, real about our situation. We gotta start being a lot more open-minded. Gotta start digging into people's skeletons. I'm sorry. But that's the only way we can protect ourselves. If we really want to be African-centered, man, we gotta start being like the CIA with black people. Like, okay, what are you into? What do you like? What is this about? If not, we always gonna have failed black relationships. See, like, let me give you an example. We always talk about we always saying black love, right? I don't support all black love. I'm keeping it a buck with you. I do not support all black love. First of all, I do not support homosexual black love. That's number one. I don't accept pedophilia. Like, first of all, I don't any type of homosexual, you know, black love. That means man and man and woman and woman. Like, dudes be like, oh, I like when girls be kissing. I don't like that shit. To me, I find something innately wrong with that. For me, I don't understand what turns you on about two girls kissing. I mean, I just don't get it. That's just me. I'm not down for it. I don't like it. To me, it's gay. I live in a world of Africanness, and my Africanness says for us to exist, we need a negative and a positive, which means that you need a man and a woman. That's what I like seeing. You know what I'm saying? A man and a woman. That's what created me. That's what I want to see. That's what creates life, etc., etc. Like, I don't see what the spark is about two women kissing. But that's neither here nor there. Getting back to my point, I don't accept all black love. Now, I don't even accept all heterosexual forms of black love. You know why? Because black Christians have a form of black love. That's black love. They're Christians, right? We don't need just black love. We need revolutionary black love. Because two coons having a baby and being married for 30 years, all they're going to do is raise another goddamn coon. I'm just keeping it in the buck with you. I know a lot of people who were raised in two-parent households and they were coons, their mama were coons. Like, we don't need just any type of black love. That's why some people like, man, you should post more pictures of people in black love. Are they revolutionary black love? Or are they just black love? Because we could black love this shit out into the end of eternity. But if we just producing more coonish ass children as a representation of black love, that shit don't mean nothing. So I don't even support all forms of heterosexual black love. It has to be black revolutionary love. Where you teaching your children black power. I don't play around with nobody. Black power. Yeah, I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm just keeping it all the way a buck. It has to be revolutionary black love. Because you got a lot of people who raised in the church, parents been married 40, 50 years, and those be the main people be attacking us on our pages. The main people. You like, dog, I see your mom and your daddy, they been married for 44 years. You done grew up in black love. Why are you such a fucking coon? You know why? because they were born out of non-revolutionary black love. You like, dude, yo, like, what's wrong with you? So I don't even support all heterosexual black love. I'm just keeping it in the buck. What we got here? I ain't even planning to be up here this long, 40 minutes. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. What is the required to have black love in a relationship? Gotta work on knowledge of self. Okay, What is required to have black love in a relationship? Again, it has to be true black love is revolutionary black love. You know what I'm saying? That is the only form of black love, revolutionary black love. Because through, like, for example, one of the main reasons why I do what I do, I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm going to keep it all the way a buck. I ain't even finna lie. One of the main reasons why I do what I do and why I'm so vocal about what I'm so vocal about is my fear is that my daughters won't have men like me when they grow up. That my daughters won't have men who would die to protect them. My fear is that I won't have black men to marry my daughters off to, who have the same characteristics as I, who think the way I think, who feel the way I feel, who cherish black women the way that I cherish black women, and who will kill to protect black women and kill to protect themselves, or just in general. So why I do what I do is because I want to cultivate the minds that are coming up, because that's true black love. I'm not just doing it for myself. I'm doing it so that when I leave, my children can have men like me. That there's another brother Hassan out there who believes in marrying an African woman and being with an African woman and protecting the African woman and having children with an African woman. I want to leave that legacy. If my daughters and other daughters can get married off to men like myself, like to Malcolm, like to whoever else, then that means I've done my job. And that's what black love is. Not only thinking about myself, but thinking about leaving a legacy where my daughters can benefit from this. It literally scared the shit out of me one day when I sat down and I looked at like all the young boys I knew around me, you know, nieces, nephews from, you know, other relationships. I was like, yo, these can't be the options that my daughters got to choose from. Like this can't be it. I'm talking about. I was like, yo, these are the options that my daughters would have to choose from. So this is why I do what I do. That's real black love. That's real black love. So, you know, yeah, I know. That's why I'm single. It's not that the dating pool is trash. It's that a lot of, I wouldn't say it's trash. I would say that a lot of people, specifically us, haven't taken a hard look at, ourselves, right? Because oftentimes, again, now I just kind of want to reiterate on this. Oftentimes, we think that it's our conscious that drives our motives and things like that, but it's actually our subconscious. Like a lot of times, people are depressed, and for the most part, they don't even know what the hell they're depressed about. Like you will literally be like, man, like people go through these moods. That's because your subconscious is thinking about things, right? And it's making you depressed. So a lot of times we haven't taken the time to truly analyze ourselves, heal from what we've been through, and learn how to navigate throughout this world effectively. And then we get into relationships. I know some people, like I said earlier, boy, they stay in goddamn relationships. They cannot be by themselves. And you can't heal that way. You cannot heal that way at all. You know, another thing that we do too, this is another thing that we do. We prolong the ending of a relationship. The first thing that we should see, if that person is not on accord with you, and you are not in the same mindset as that person, and this is one thing I'm big on. I don't have sex with a woman until I know that we are going somewhere, that I can see myself with her. Number one, what that does is that takes out the woman feeling like, oh, you just wanted to fuck. You just wanted to fuck. That's what it was. Like, keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? So now, if I tell her 2 months, 3 months down the line, all right, look, shorty, look, I don't want to be with you no more. She can't be like, oh, she just want to fuck. No, because I never fucked. We never had sex. You know what I'm saying? I took my time to get to know you, and obviously you're not somebody that I want to be with. So the only thing that we did lose is a little bit of time. You know what I'm saying? But you didn't lose your dignity. I didn't lose my self-respect. You're not going to feel the type of way about me. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't had sex. So you can't say, oh, I just want to fuck. Nah. I seen something in me that I didn't like. And that's what a lot of dudes make mistakes at. We end up smashing the girl. And then we be like, damn, man, I don't really like her like that. Now it's not, she on this shit, da-da-da-da. And then we break it off, or we slowly try to break it off with the girl, because a lot of us don't know how to break shit off. You know what I'm saying? We slowly try to break it off, and then the shit just gets ugly. It gets fucking ugly. Learn how to cut it off. Learn how to cut it off. I'll tell you, we'll be rapping, we'll be talking, you stop doing some crazy shit, all right, I gotta go. I ain't finna deal with this. And it's not because, you know, I feel like I'm the shit. It's not because I'm picky. I'm not even picky. You know what I'm saying? But when I start seeing the BS, when I start seeing that you're not a positive role model for my daughters, because I got 2 daughters, right? And I'm not gonna bring them around any woman that's gonna poison them. You know what I'm saying? When I start seeing those characteristics pop up, then it's time to end the relationship. And that's just what it is. We have to learn how to be by ourselves. I am happy being single. Don't get me wrong, I joke about it all the time, but I'm happy being single. No one should come in your life and be a distraction and be a headache and just fuck your mood up. No. People should come into your life to help you better your life, and y'all should grow together. When you start seeing funny stuff, and here's the thing too, let's stop ignoring the BS. When you see it, cut it off. It don't matter how cute the person is, how much money they got, how good this is, how good that is. When you see it, cut it off. Take your loss. Trust me, it ain't gonna be the end of the world. It ain't gonna be the end of the world. Heed the warning signs. A lot of times we see stuff and then we choose to ignore it because the person has an attribute that we like in them and that we admire in them, and we say, well, with a little bit of love or a little bit of da-da-da, we can. No, you can't. People change when they want to change. People change because of their environment, because of their situation. People don't change because you tell them to change. People change because of their environment and their situation. That's it. That's it. What happened with you and Divine Stargate? That's a beautiful African woman. That's it. That's all I have to say about that. I don't have anything. Not that she's a beautiful African woman. That's all I have to say about that. Appreciate the question though. Yeah, okay, of course it feels good and they can add, but this should be all it's facts. Can't be in a relationship when they're not in peace with themselves. This is true. A lot of times we are our biggest enemies, right? And a lot of times in relationships, what happen is your partner often uses projection on you, right? And projection is basically, placing your inadequacies on your partner, saying things that really you're doing, but you're putting it on your partner. You know what I'm saying? And that happens a lot in relationships. But a lot of times we overlook that. A lot of times we bypass that, and it comes back to bite us in the butt. So as I said, when you start seeing the warning signs, just cut it off, man. Just cut it off. Take your losses, man. That's how a lot of women end up getting hurt. Men end up getting used. When they feel like they get used, they get violent. We just gotta learn to cut our losses, man. Learn to be happy with yourself. Listen, I'm chilling. I'm cool. I've been married for years. I'm good. I know I can maintain a beautiful African relationship. I was married for years. I got 2 kids out of that marriage. Beautiful kids. You know what I'm saying? The marriage ended lovely. There isn't any hate for, you know what I'm saying, for each other. Well, you know what? Let me speak on myself. I don't hate her. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't any infidelity. No crazy shit. It wasn't nothing crazy where it was like, oh, you know, had a baby out. No, none of that. When you begin to see things change, and when you reach a certain level of consciousness or whatever the case may be, then it's time to separate. That's it. That's it. That's it. There is no love lost. You know what I'm saying? I've been married, 2 beautiful kids, no love lost for her. It's just things change. People grow. Some people are, and I'm not saying that she is, but some people are okay being where they are. Some people are content only knowing what they know and living how they live. And I don't fault anybody for that. I'm just not going to allow myself to be that way. You know, I'm always going to grow, and I want somebody that will grow with me. And so until I find that, I'm well happy being by myself. As y'all see, I'm in my what do they call it? Bachelor pad. You know what I'm saying? I went from, you know, being a father, husband, and everything to being in the bachelor pad. And it's all cool. That's all cool. I have to accept that and be happy with that. You can't have the internal battle with yourself and be in a relationship. That's why I'm taking this much time to heal and build from whatever. And so, just to wrap this up, because I got a few more minutes, I just want to reiterate, peace to everybody coming in the room. I just want to reiterate again that your relationship is not your relationship. It is a social relationship. And this is why our ancestors understood that they had to arrange relationships, meaning that they will put people together. Now, again, in this culture, we like, man, that ain't fair. What if I don't like the person? Well, one thing that our ancestors understood is that love is taught. Love is a cultural thing. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period. Love is a learned emotion. 100%. You can learn to hate somebody and you can learn to love somebody. And so our ancestors realized that it was best to organize the relationships, because this person had a certain amount of land, this person had a certain amount of goats, they were from this kingdom, I was from this kingdom. We're going to put these kids together, they're going to become a powerhouse, and they're going to become their own dynasty, right? And that's how relationships were organized, right? Because they understood once you get married, it's just not between you and that person. Now it's between village and village. Now it's between tribe and tribe. Now it's between, you know, because they understood it's a social thing. So they weren't gonna marry you to somebody they ain't like. But us, we get caught up in this Romeo Juliet, you know, this thing. I'm going to go against what my family says, and I'm going to marry someone white. I'm going to go against what my family thinks, and I'm going to marry someone that I'm going to marry who I want to marry. And then turn around, like I remember one time, shit, y'all done had some crazy experiences. I remember one time, my homeboy cousin brought a white girl to a party we had. Now, everybody knows me. All my friends know me. All my peoples know me. I don't bullshit. I don't bite my tongue. So this white lady came around, and I'm talking my shit. These motherfucking crackers, cracking this, cracking that. You know, we having a conversation at the table, and then people look at me crazy, and I'm like, yo. The people like looking at me like, yo, why you talking? I'm like, the fuck? You think I'm supposed to feel uncomfortable because she here? Fuck that. And that's the problem. People in interracial relationships, they never think how you make black people uncomfortable when you bring your white partner around. They never think about that. Like black people, and I'm just being real, we talk differently. Not me, but most of us talk differently when white people are around. That's just a fact. The same way that men don't necessarily talk the same when women are around. When women are around, we change. We might not say the things that we say. Shit, when women not around, we be like, boy, I was banging her up, boy, I flipped her up this way, I tossed her around, I put up like spaghetti. Like, we will talk a different type of way. You know what I'm saying? Girls, they do things around each other. They might fart or whatever. I don't know. Whatever girls do when I don't know, because they don't do it around me because they girls. But girls do something when men not around. Y'all know what it is too. Y'all probably laughing right now like, Brother Hassan, no. Like, I know y'all do something when we not around. I don't know what it is, but it's something, okay? But men, we do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? We do shit when y'all not around, right? When women come around, we talk differently. So take that into the same consideration. When crackers come around, it changes the environment. So I was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to say what I need to say. Like, who the fuck told me to bring her here? I'm going to say what I need to say. I'm African. I don't give a fuck. That just is what it is. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. So people never think about that. Like, who you bring around, it alters the conversation. It alters the family environment. It does. Whether you want to believe it or not. That's why I tell people, don't bring white people around me. I want to be able to, that's slavery. When I feel like I can't say something because somebody around and people get offended, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, get the fuck out of here, man. Then, it was so crazy about it is, a few sisters that I've dated before or whatever, the past, when I talk like this, they like, why you so aggressive and why you, I'm like, yo, don't stifle me. Like, what the fuck? I like, don't do that. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man. Like, hell no. I need to say what the fuck I need to say. That's fucking slavery. When I feel like I can't say what I gotta say because a cracker here. That ain't my boss. That ain't my master. So, anyway, that's why our ancestors would orchestrate our relationships. And I do think, this is something I think, I do think that we need to really get back to that. We need to get back to that old hooking up, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, all that type of stuff like that. But as I was saying, yeah, relationships are not just you and your partner. Relationships are a social thing. Because guess what? Your partner gonna go get advice from their best friend. And if their best friend is stupid, then they're gonna give them some stupid advice. Or your best friend, your girlfriend or boyfriend might go get advice from their grandma. And if their grandma a coon, then they're going to give them some bad advice. And then that's going to interfere in your relationship. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get out of this mentality that I'm an individual, blah, 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 blah. It's not true. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. You need to watch your partner's friends just as much as you watch your partner. Because who that person hangs around with and who they value and who they take advice from is truly a reflection. Not saying that's who they are, but it's a reflection of who they are. I got 2 minutes left. It is a reflection of who they are. Not saying that's who they truly are, because you know what I'm saying? I got homies that's still in the hood or whatever like that. You know, I keep it, you know, a distance because they ain't, you know, they ain't where I'm at. They ain't what type of time I'm on. You know what I'm saying? But you got to understand that this is true to the core. If you about to date somebody, take a good look at their family. A good look at their family, because that's who raised them. And then take a look at who their friends are. If you take anything away from what the fuck I said today, please listen to what I'm saying on that. Please listen to what I'm saying on that. Before you start dating somebody, look at their family structure. What they daddy like, what they mama like, if they knew they daddy, what their relationship like with their mama, what their relationship like with their brothers. Let's just watch all that shit. And then look at who their friends are. And that will give you a perspective of who you're dealing with. Because I'm going to be real with you. There's certain people I can't be around. There's certain people I just can't fuck with. And so you're not going to see me around them. I'm not going to be around that type of atmosphere. You know? So with that being said, hopefully y'all enjoyed this. I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. I got 41 seconds. Yes, I'm going to go ahead and save this video right quick. If you ain't get a Kenora yet, go get a Kenora. If you ain't get a clock yet, go get a clock. Support your brother. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. Until next time, think black, stay black, love black, support black. And that is real African black power. All right? Peace.